Historic ground, no modern drilling, no modern exploration. Could this be the next big thing in tungsten? Here to tell us more is the Managing Director of Viking Mines, Julian Woodcock. Julian, it's a pleasure to see you again. How are you?
Hey Shay, I'm great. It's good to see you too.
Now, I'm super excited about the recent ground that you've acquired in the US. You've picked up a tungsten project. First and foremost, can you run me through some of the details of this?
Yeah, so we've just signed a transaction to acquire, it's actually 6 tungsten projects all located in Nevada in the USA. The flagship one of them all is called Linka. But across the 6 projects, there's some historical recorded production in excess of 120,000 tons at a high grade of 0.54% tungsten. And it's a great set of projects at the time. At current market, tungsten is really in hot demand, and it's a critical mineral in the US, and they're looking to build up their supply. So it's been a great acquisition for us and been really well received by the market.
I'm glad that you mentioned that it's in hot supply because it's clearly investors like this as well. You've raised over $4 million to support this acquisition, but I've got to ask, why tungsten? What makes it in hot supply right now?
So tungsten's another one of the critical minerals that you hear a lot about. It's got a wide range of uses. I mean, they say if any hole has been drilled, it's got some tungsten related to it, so it's a hardener for steel and things like that. But it's also used critically in the defense industry, and 85% of world supply is provided by China, of which over the last year they've been limiting exports, in which case has driven the tungsten price up massively. So well over doubled this year, up to well in excess of $750 per metric ton unit of APT, which is ammonium paratungstate. Anyway, the commodity's flown really well. The US is really seeking to build critical stockpiles and strategic stockpiles. And so it's really a great opportunity being located in the US with high-grade tungsten at a time when they're wanting to build up their resources. So yeah, we're well placed to hopefully deliver into that market.
Now, I'm never one to pass up a free geology lesson coming from a geologist. What's a fun fact about this rock you can tell me?
One of the key things that helps in terms of looking for the mineral that we're looking for, which is scheelite, which the tungsten's hosted within, is it fluoresces under a UV light. So you get long wave UV light and you shine it out on the rocks and it fluoresces. The downside for that is when I was out on my recent field trip is that it meant that a lot of the work we were doing had to be in the dark because you couldn't actually do it in the day. You can't see it fluorescing in the sunlight. So we were out looking in areas in the daytime and then waiting for the sun to go down, and then we were doing some more detailed work in the dark out there. But yeah, it certainly does help.
I can imagine looking for rocks in the dark is a bit of an OH&S nightmare. Now, good to hear that you've done your due diligence on the site. With this kind of exciting acquisition, what are the plans? Are you back out in the field soon?
Yeah, look, got back from Nevada about a week ago. In that field trip, collected a whole load of samples. Got about 70 or 80 samples that have gone to the lab. The larger samples as well, which we may envisage doing some metallurgical test work on. In the meantime, it is moving into winter there, so at the moment there is no snow on the ground. So we're seeking opportunities to maybe get some initial airborne surveys done just to get high resolution imagery of the ground. And then also looking to engage geophysical contractors and geological staff to go and do some mapping. In parallel with that, we'll start the process with getting the permitting process underway in order to be able to drill the projects. That will take a little bit of time, but we've got the groundwork to do that we need to do in the first place. So moving forward in lots of different aspects.
Julian, this project sounds incredibly exciting and strategic. Thank you so much for your time today, and I look forward to future updates.
Thanks, Shay. Great to be here and talk to you about tungsten.